One school day, a boy named Tom was sitting at his desk by the window, doing math. It was 6 more minutes until school ended. As he was doing his homework, something caught his eye. Looking at the grass outside, he thought he saw a picture. When school was over, he ran outside fast so that no one else could grab it. He picked it up and smiled. It was an image of the most beautiful girl he had ever seen. She had a dress with tights on and red shoes, and her hand was formed into a peace sign. She was so beautiful that he wanted to meet her, so he ran all over the school asking everyone if they knew her and had ever seen her before. But everyone he asked said no, so he was devastated. When he got home, he asked his older sister if she knew this girl, but unfortunately, she also said no. At this point, it was very late, so he walked upstairs, placed the picture on his bedside table, and went to sleep. In the middle of the night, Tom was awakened by a tapping at his window, like from a fingernail. It scared him. After the tapping, he heard giggling. He saw a shadow outside, so he got out of his bed, walked towards it, and opened the window, and listened for the giggling. By the time he'd reached the glass, it was gone. The next day, he asked his neighbors if they knew the girl. Nobody did. When his mother came home, he even asked if she knew her. She said no. Saddened, he went to his room, placed the picture on his desk, and fell asleep. Once again, he was awakened by the tapping. Taking the picture, he followed the giggling outside. He walked across the road, when suddenly, he was hit by a car. He was dead on impact, the picture still in his hand. The driver got out of the car and tried to help the boy, but it was too late. He could only pick up and view the picture that he was holding. He saw a cute girl holding up 3 fingers. I moved to my house 5 years ago. In the last 2 years, there have been strange things happening. It all started in October 2004. I noticed strange footsteps, but shrugged them off, thinking there were probably an explanation for them. My 16-year-old son, Michael, slept in the only downstairs bedroom while his little sister and I have our own bedrooms upstairs. I would wake up in the morning with Michael sleeping in my bedroom floor. He, at first, heard strange noises and soon saw shadows moving across the room. He came running from his room one day because a plug flew from the outlet. I put it down as electrical faults, but he also said that he felt something brushing him too. I have been with my partner, Mike, for a year now, and he moved in with me in April. At first, Mike couldn't sleep with the noise of someone moving about up and down the stairs. He always checked, but there was never anything there. He would always say, "Did you hear that?" I was just used to hearing them. 4 months ago, Mike was sitting on the computer behind Michael's bedroom door, and he jumped up in pain. He lifted up his shirt and found deep scratches on his stomach. There was no sharp instrument about and no possible explanation for this. The computer always acted up for him, but no one else in the family. I am also catching shadows out of the corner of my eye and have been putting it down to my imagination. We were laying in our bed 2 weeks ago watching TV. I lay nearest to the door and caught a shadow going into my daughter's bedroom. Mike jumped up and told me he saw it too. For once, I was completely freaking out. I had to sleep on the other side of the bed. Everything was forgotten, but 2 days ago, Mike was sitting on the computer again, holding a piece of drawing paper in his lap. The paper hit him in the eye somehow and took a chunk from his cornea. He was admitted to the hospital and it was in complete agony. He cannot explain how the paper hit his eye from the angle he was holding it on his lap, but we know that even if he tried to do it himself, it would be impossible. At first, I thought it was just a mischievous ghost of some kind, but now I'm starting to get very worried that the thing assaulting my partner, it is no longer mischievous, but evil. I wonder if it was a shadow that has always been with me, that I have always seen from the corner of my eye, or if it's something that was already in the house. 2 weeks ago, my son came in screaming from the bathroom saying he's seen a bloody face wrapped in a dirty sheet. He killed himself last Friday, and we are all devastated beyond words. His suicide note said, "I got it, Mom. Check the camera." If you ever find yourself in LA Old Chinatown, head into the square. Go past the statue of Sun Yat-sen, past a hip Ottoman toy store called Monkey King, and look for an import store next to what used to be a wishing fountain. Go into the store and head all the way to the back, and you'll see a selection of weapons. Look for a weapon called Jujinbain, a sort of multi-section whip. It must have exactly 9 segments, no more, no less. This will be called the Chain of Night. As of now, there are 48 notches in the handle. It will cost you $29.95. Then after that, go outside and wait till dark. As the moon rises, take a quarter from your pocket and cast it into the wishing well. As it lands, focus on that spot exactly and slowly chant under your breath. By the circles of Lao Tzu, the void inside of matter, I call forth the spirit that lingers here. This phrase is best said in the original Mandarin, but the spirit will understand a sincere supplicant regardless of language. A girl will step out of the bottom of the fountain, about 9 years of age. She will ask you, "Where has my mother gone?" You must respond with, "She has long since gone from earth, but look to the sky and see her there." This spirit is not of a little girl, but a bog hag cursed to obey this one command regardless of who says it. At this moment, you must attempt to strike the girl with the newly acquired Jujinbai. She will then snarl and attempt to fight back. Should you win, all the money ever thrown into the fountain will await you. If you fail, all that the folks in Chinatown know is that the bloody Jujinbai lies on the door of the import store with a notch in its handle. To date, there are 49 notches in the handle.